here's my 5 favorite features about a Nudura ICF block. Now before we get into it, as long as you're doing an ICF building, I think that's the best, because at the end of the day, they all achieve the same goal. Whether it's one block or another, they all have their own pros and cons. But when it comes to Nudura, I feel like they have these 5 features I feel like no other block has, and that's why I like Nudura. What I like about Nudura is the fact that A, it's collapsible. So it shows up like this, obviously a bigger panel though, but it shows up flattened. So you can actually just go like that, and now you got the block. But when it shows up, you don't have literally a mountain of ICF block on your job site trying to work in a small basement, right? But not only that is the fact that you're saving a lot of trucking costs, because I can't remember if it's 40% more on a truck or 60% more. But even if it was 40% more that they can fit on a semi-load, that's a substantial amount of savings over time, and that's just less impact on the environment. ICF as a whole is less impact on the environment for many other reasons, but we won't get into that today, right? So it's collapsible. I like that. It's efficient in a lot of different ways, okay? The other thing that I like is these big lugs. Like, these are big, heavy, call them knobs, call them lugs, whatever you want. I like that they're beefy, heavy, and they're just big enough. And they're not like some of them I've seen, they got the wimpy little knobs and you hit it and they brush off. And you know, I don't like that. I like these, they're nice and solid. The third thing I like is the fact that they're reversible, okay? So when I'm doing a big job like this, we got like 22 corners. I don't want to order left, right, or left corners and right corners. Oh, I need 56 lefts and 60 rights. And if you don't use them in the right order, well, I got to go get more, right? With Nudura, I just buy corners. So at the end of the day, everything's reversible. So right, that's a block, exact same block, or I just flip it around, right? So let's kind of set this up a little bit. We go like that. We go like that. I don't need a left or a right corner. Then okay, so the reversible. What's nice about that is there's less waste. If I have a piece left over, I just flip it upside down, put it in a different spot. So there's less waste again with Nudura because of the reversible element in that. Reason number 4, obviously these are not full-size panels, but they have the biggest block out there. They're 18 inches tall and 96 inches long, or 8 feet long. So they're big, huge panels. If you're doing a shop or something, it's really fast because you just literally unfold it, clip, 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 away you go. So I like that part of it. And the other thing that I like is the fact that they're snap ties. So these snap ties, if you actually look, they're full height. They have teeth. They actually lock together, and I'll show you that. And you can see here, it actually goes right up to the very top. So the ties, when the block is all together, are essentially touching each other, and there's less chance for settling, or there's actually less risk of uplift as well at the top blocks, but less risk of settling. So if you're setting floor joists and stuff in, it's just a little more secure, and you're a little more, you feel safer in the fact that there's going to be no settling. But yeah, and because they lock together, you can kind of hear it. Besides the squeakiness, you can actually hear it. You can hear it clip like that. So now I save labor because I don't have to tie my bottom 2 rows vertically up and down, and I don't have to tie my top rows together either, right? Because these ties do it for you. So you can see now that I've locked it together, if you make a boo-boo, not the end of the world, you just gotta knock it off. But it takes a little girth to do that. So I guess with all of that, probably the only downfall to any of this is because the corners are collapsible and they fold, you have to be a little more careful if you have some jogs in your building, because they can roll on you a bit. You just have to make sure everything's square. That's probably the only little downfall. But with the 5 reasons I like Nudura is because I feel like no other block has those features. And I don't know, I think, yeah, do your own homework. I like Nudura, but like I said, all the block, at the end of the day, it's just the ICF system as a whole is an awesome system.